Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for October 31st, 2024. My name is Julian Saldate Ramirez, and today we'll be covering a group of harassed sea lions, Shakira's return to the Bay Area, and Hayward traffic delays. In entertainment news, Christian Gonzalez will tell you about Joe Biden handing out medals at a humanity reception, and finally, in sports news, India Richardson has the latest updates on a tennis legend who is getting inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. All of that and more coming up in today's edition of Chabot News. A man was seen harassing sea lions at Sister City Park in Monterey, California. Christian Balderas has the story.
Sea lions have once again packed a Monterey beach, this time at Sister City Park.
They should be named Sister City Park to Seal City Park whenever this happens.
And it was here that this video was captured and posted to social media of a man disturbing the animals.
Oh my God.
Oh my!
I saw that this morning, and man, I hope that guy's not a local. That is pretty lame.
The man in the blue shirt appears to whip yellow caution tape around, scaring the sea lions which tumble down the rocks.
I'm not going to say what I would like to say.
Marge is a volunteer who comes out here every day to answer tourist questions about the wildlife. She says people harass the animals often.
How often do you have to go up to people to tell them to not get too close?
Pretty often. Whether it's divers, whether it's kayakers, that's mostly what I see.
A spokesperson with the Marine Mammal Center emphasizes it's a statewide problem. This map shows the hot spots which stretch up and down the coast.
Well, at least on the disturbance numbers as a whole. So that encompasses a big spectrum of people that are just getting too close, people that might be trying to help the animal but not doing the right behavior. That is a number we've seen growing over the years.
But he calls this
is obviously an extreme severe case of harassment.
The video has been reported to the government agency NOAA. They've reached out to the Monterey Police Department to see if anyone can identify the man. If no one can, NOAA says there may likely be no further action. Enforcement is rare.
I trust their judgment given what is on their docket and how they need to be able to prioritize resources.
If you see anyone harming or harassing marine wildlife, you can report it to the NOAA Hotline Enforcement Office at 800-853-1964.
Thanks, Christian. Remember, if you see anybody harassing wildlife, call the NOAA hotline, 805-153-1964. Already sick of this fall weather and want to make plans for summer? Well, you're in luck. The Latin superstar Shakira has announced that she is coming to the Bay Area for her Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran World Tour. The concert will take place on June 30th at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Her Bay Area show will be the last show on the North American leg of the tour. This will be Shakira's first tour since 2018. The set list is rumored to be mainly songs from her new record as well as some of her classics. I went out to campus to find out students' thoughts on Shakira being back in the Bay Area.
My favorite Shakira song is She Wolf, in English and in Spanish.
And my favorite Shakira song is Ojos Así.
And my favorite Shakira song is Waka Waka.
And my favorite Shakira song is Hips Don't Lie.
My favorite Shakira song is Hips Don't Lie.
And my favorite song by Shakira is Waka Waka. This is for Africa.
My favorite song of Shakira is Waka Waka.
And my favorite Shakira song is Siga Sordomuda.
And my favorite Shakira song is the World Cup song, Waka Waka.
And my favorite Shakira song is Rabiosa.
My favorite song by Shakira is Beautiful Lie with Beyonce.
And my favorite Shakira song is This Is Africa.
Shakira always puts on a great show. I'm sure it was a fun sight to see. Now it's time for entertainment news with Christian Gonzalez.
Thanks, Julian. Pop singer Shakira is postponing the start of her North American tour so more fans can see her. The 47-year-old just days ago announced she is calling off the shows she planned to perform next month and through May of next year. Many of the concerts were taking place in arenas. Instead, Shakira will now include some stadiums when she kicks off her tour. Her October 21st announcement revealed show dates. She'll open her North American tour on May 13th in Charlotte, North Carolina. The tour will wrap up on June 13th at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Tickets went on sale to the general public on Friday, October 25th. President Joe Biden and the First Lady delivered remarks at the National Arts and Humanities reception on Monday, October 21st. The Bidens presented the 2022 and 2023 National Medals of Arts in conjunction with the National Humanities Medal during a ceremony at the White House. The Medal of Arts is the highest award given by the U.S. government to artists, arts patrons, and groups. It honors those individuals that have advanced the arts and inspired others. The list of honorees included artist and music producer Missy Elliott and filmmakers Steven Spielberg and Spike Lee. The National Humanities Medal honors those whose work has broadened citizens' engagement with history, literature, languages, philosophy, and other humanities subjects. Honorees included author and historian John Meacham, actor LeVar Burton, and playwright-screenwriter Aaron Sorkin. Chabot College is currently running the stage play Plaza Suite in Stage 1, also known as Building 1200. Professor Linda Amayo Hassan is directing the show. We sent our reporter Jasmine Bester to get exclusive footage of their rehearsal. Jasmine, show us more.
Don't you understand me? Hate me! I'm not going through a middle-aged adjustment. I'm having an affair. A cheating, sneaky, sordid affair.
Plaza Suite is a comedic 3-act stage play written by Neil Simon. Act 1 follows a married woman who tries to rekindle her marriage. Act 2 is about a producer who made it big and wants to spark an old flame. And in Act 3, parents of the bride-to-be fight tooth and nail to get their daughter to walk down the aisle. Plaza Suite originally premiered on Broadway in 1968. Then, Plaza Suite was turned into a screenplay in 1971. In 1982 and 1987, HBO aired 2 television adaptations of the stage play as well. Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick performed in the Broadway revival in 2022, and now Plaza Suite has made way to Chabot College's main stage. I interviewed some of the cast and crew. Here's what they had to say.
Well, I haven't been in a production since middle school, so I'm really excited to just get back at it and see what it's like to be on a main stage this time.
I'm excited about being in Plaza Suite because it's an opportunity for me to act in college, and the role I'm playing is a unique role that I've never played before, and I think it's going to be a fun experience, try to learn how to play it.
The experience of being on stage. I love being on stage, and I love the feel of the audience. And even though I have stage fright, it gives me a sense of freedom.
I hope to gain a better understanding of myself, because most of the times when I'm in a show, I don't know, I try to see the connection of the character and myself.
And this is like my second time being on stage, and I'm very excited to be in here.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for me to actually show off what I'm capable of.
It's literally such a funny show. It's 3 different stories, and it's something for everybody. And what I'm most excited about is how relatable the stories are.
I'm Jasmine Bester, reporting for Chabot TV.
Thanks, Jasmine. The theater department will be hosting the Fall 2024 Dance Showcase on Saturday, November 16th. For anyone interested in being a part of the Spring 2025 production Rent the Musical, audition information will be revealed Monday, November 4th. As Halloween comes to an end, scary movies are still being played on television. Our reporter Jasmine Bester went around campus to ask people about John Carpenter's 1983 supernatural horror film, Christine. Take it away, Jasmine.
No, I haven't seen the movie Christine yet, only because I'm kind of a baby when it comes to scary movies.
The movie Christine?
Yes.
I don't believe so, no.
Wait, is that the one about the car?
I've never seen it, and I've probably never seen most of the popular movies, even though I'm in the film business, but I'm usually on this side of the camera and have very little time for watching all the movies I should be watching.
I have not heard of the film.
I've never seen it, but I think car-human relationships are valid. There's a community for them online and stuff.
Usually I don't go for scary movies.
I feel like Halloween is spooky enough for me. Any scary movies are not totally my thing.
Thanks, Jasmine. Surprisingly, a lot of staff and students have never seen or even heard of the movie. The cast and crew celebrated the 40th anniversary of Christine last year. That's all for this week's edition of Entertainment News. Now back to you, Julian.
Thanks, Christian. Venom: The Last Dance was released in theaters on October 24th. As the epic conclusion to Tom Hardy's Venom trilogy, Eddie Brock is on the run from a soldier that wants to capture the Venom symbiote, while Venom is trying to avoid other symbiotes that have found him on Earth. We sent our reporter Enrique Pena out last week to ask students their thoughts and expectations on the movie before its release.
I'm actually excited for this one. I've seen the first one. I've seen the second one. Yeah, I'm really excited to watch Venom. I'm not going to watch it this week. I'll watch it later because I'm going to be out of town. But I'm going to watch it definitely when I come back. I have to watch it. Plus, need something to get my mind off after watching Terrifier 3. So
I am excited to see Venom: The Last Dance. Actually, I saw the last two ones, and I'm excited for the third one. Yeah.
Do you have any sort of expectations for the film?
It would be great if they had any connection to Spider-Man at all in it. That would be cool.
What I could expect is that there's gonna be some gore going on, since it's Venom and he's a villain worth doing movies on, having his own franchise and being able to play his games.
Thanks, Enrique. Go see Venom: The Last Dance in theaters now. Paving operations have begun on Mission Boulevard between A Street and Rose Street and will result in traffic delays along the corridor until the paving is completed by the end of October. The repaving work, which involved recycling in place and asphalt overlay, required a road closure for southbound Mission Boulevard traffic on October 23rd, 24th, 28th, and 29th. Temporary traffic controls were in place and lane configurations will change to accommodate the work and keep traffic flowing. The repaving was part of Phase 3 of the Border Mission Boulevard Corridor Improvement Project, which included the undergrounding of overhead utility lines, reconstruction of existing sidewalks, curbs, and gutters, construction of new bike lanes, landscaping and lighting enhancements, and the introduction of flashing beacons and bulb outs at crosswalks. The first phase of the Mission Boulevard Corridor Improvement Project ran from A Street to Industrial Boulevard. The second phase ran from the Industrial Parkway to the southern border of Hayward at Blanche Street. For more information, go online to www.haywardca.gov to the Mission Boulevard Corridor Improvement Project page on the City of Hayward website. Recently, on October 22, 2024, the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention issued an alert regarding an E. coli outbreak that was linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounders. 49 illnesses have been reported across 10 states. That includes one death of an elderly person, along with 10 people being hospitalized. This includes a child who had hemolytic uremic syndrome, a serious complication that can happen from an E. coli infection. Nearly all of the illnesses are in Colorado and Nebraska. Experts say that the contaminated onions were to blame for the outbreak of the bacteria. So the next time you're hungry and craving a juicy burger from this iconic brand, do your research so you don't fall victim to the outbreaks like E. coli. It will make your fast food experience much more enjoyable. A dream has come true for a 99-year-old Navajo woman in New Mexico. Unchi Rita, long visitor holy dance, never graduated high school. She had just finished 8th grade but had to put school on hold to take care of her ill mother. This week, all that changed. With the help of the 13 Indigenous Grandmothers Organization and Rita's family, she was able to receive her diploma from Rio Rancho High School. During the special ceremony, Rita said it was a big surprise. Her son added the biggest lesson he learned from his mother is to never do anything halfway. The superintendent of Rio Rancho Schools said she thinks this is a moment that will stick with her students. Now get ready for sports news with India Richardson.
Naomi Osaka and Nike have teamed up to promote girls' access to sports in Japan. Fans who thought tennis and fashion defined Naomi Osaka are sorely mistaken. The four-time Grand Slam champion is an activist and outspoken proponent of women's rights. While Osaka's back injury forced her to pull out of the Pan-Pacific Open, she still made the trip to Japan to fulfill a series of important obligations. The Dream Summits mirrors Nike's work with more than 100 global organizations to give kids the opportunity to access and benefit from play and sport. One of those organizations is Play Academy with Naomi Osaka, which launched in Tokyo 5 years ago and has since expanded to Los Angeles, Haiti, and Osaka, Japan. Play Academy aims to change girls' lives through play and sport, and we can't do that without great coaches, Osaka says. It's been a joy to work alongside Nike to inspire the next generation to reach their potential through the power of movement. Nike and L'Oreal Sport for Good are launching a new research-backed coaching guide designed specifically for coaches in Japan, marking the brand's latest commitment to removing barriers to play and sport for girls. Osaka has been a Nike athlete for the most successful chapters of her career. In 2019, Osaka signed a multi-year contract with Nike worth $10 million annually and runs through 2025. Former world #1 champion Maria Sharapova and the U.S. doubles team of Bob and Mike Bryan were announced on Thursday as of 2025, inductees to the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Sharapova, a 5-time Grand Slam champion, is among only 10 women to have achieved a career singles Grand Slam. She was atop the world's rankings 5 times in a WTA career that spanned from 2001 to 2020. The Bryan brothers teamed up to win 16 major doubles titles and became the ATP's most successful duo, with a record 438 weeks atop the ATP doubles rankings. Induction ceremonies will be conducted at the Hall of Fame in Newport, Rhode Island on August 21st through 23rd, just ahead of the start of the next year's U.S. Open. Sharapova won Wimbledon in 2004, the U.S. Open in 2006, the Australian Open in 2008, and the French Open in 2012 and 2014. Hall of Fame members, historians, journalists, and fans voted in the selection process. The Bryans' 2012 London Olympic men's doubles champions combined for 119 tour-level titles and 1,109 match wins and helped the U.S. team win the 2007 Davis Cup. That's all for sports this week. I'm India Richardson. Now back to you, Julian.
Thanks, India. It looks like Crocs for dogs are a huge hit. The company sold out of their boots for pets in a single day. The new product launch was part of the company's Croctober promotion. The pet boots launched alongside matching clogs for pet owners as part of Croc Day on Wednesday. The doggy boots, which came in green and pink, were priced at $50. As of Wednesday evening, the glow-in-the-dark human clogs were still available online. Blood tests confirm a second person in Missouri has caught bird flu without exposure to an infected animal. 2 sources say the person lived in the same house as the first case. Experts say because both people began having symptoms at about the same time, it's more likely they shared a common exposure rather than one person giving it to the other. The testing also found the healthcare workers who showed signs of respiratory illness after caring for the first patient did not get bird flu. Around the U.S., more than 24 people have tested positive for the bird flu so far this year. Nearly all of them have reported exposure to infected dairy cows or chickens. The H5N1 virus is rare in people but is highly contagious and deadly in several species of animal. That raises fears it could mutate and become a virus that preys on people too, and could touch off a new pandemic. Now we go to Evan Neto for this week's Top 5.
Thanks, Julian. Guess what, Chabot? I'm back. That's right, it's me, the one and only Evan Neto, Senor Squawk himself. So, what am I here to talk about this time? Well, what else? Birds, of course. Stupid question, really. However, I've already done the objective best birds, leaving me with just one option: the top 5 worst birds in the world. Get ready for a list of the worst, of the most evil, reviled creatures to ever roam the sky. Rounding out the list at number 5 is the infamous seagull. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually just like the seagull. No, I just don't trust them. They're shifty and unpredictable. You can't trust a seagull and don't pretend otherwise. They're like the rats of the sky. They'll stab each other in the back for a scrap of bread. I actually know that firsthand because once when I was younger, just a lad, I tossed half a croissant at a group of like 20. Let's just say the Battle of Britain surged back into life above my head after that. And speaking of World War II, seagulls are like the heavy bombers of the bird world. Every time one flies by, you've got to look up, hoping to God that you're not the one who gets bombed, if you know what I mean. Number 4 is an interesting case. It's the mockingbird. To be fair, I don't actually dislike the mockingbird either, so it's on here for a petty reason. Simply put, I was having a hard time thinking of 5 birds. I mean that I dislike, of course. I mean that are bad. Trust me, this is an objective list and in no way reflects mere opinion. Definitely. Anyways, just don't think about all that. The mockingbird is on this list because of the book To Kill a Mockingbird. You see, my deficient mind actually thought it would be about birds. As you can imagine, I was pretty disappointed to find out it was actually about some kid in like Alabama or whatever. Well-written book, but just not the right subject for me. Too wordy, too brainy. That letdown pretty much ruined the bird for me, or at least left me with a negative impression. Honestly though, I didn't even know what a mockingbird looked like until yesterday, so not a very strong impression at least. I thought they looked like magpies. Anyways, we're getting into dangerous territory now. If this was prison, then the last 2 birds are like white-collar criminals, and now we've just jumped to solitary confinement. Bird number 3, geese. That's right, geese. Perhaps the first bird on this list whose ranking makes sense. I mean, they're lunatics. They actively want to ruin your day. Have you ever been to the park, seen a couple of them, or maybe 30, loitering near a path and then tried to pass? They will block you. And if you try to go around them, oh boy, they'll jump you. That's goose turf you're trespassing on. Plus, they're just plain ugly when they're flying. I can ignore the violence, but that, inexcusable. Of all the birds out there, none are more bad-tempered than geese. So really, they've earned the dishonor of 3rd worst bird on the planet. The number 2 spot may be a bit unexpected, but I assure you all, is justified, for strictly factual reasons. It's the one, the only, the infamous Puteki Teki. It may have been ranked bird of the century and been wildly popularized on late-night TV, but do you know what else it did? It messed up my last top 5, that wretched bird. Damn you, John Oliver. That never would have happened if you allowed that miserable mess of plumage to wallow in obscurity. Top 5 birds would have been flawless. I would have got an Emmy, been respected in the ornithological community, a master of all things feathered. The Puteki Teki should have got first place for that fact alone, but luckily for it, there is one bird worse than it. Worse than every other bird on this list, put together and multiplied to the 12th power. I mean, the Puteki Teki is a terrible bird for truly legitimate reasons. Reasons such as having weird neck feathers, and many other reasons too, I assure you. Unlike this last bird, which is personal, I am engaged in a feud with a whole species, the entire thing, and for good reason. It is by far the worst bird in the world. The crow. The crow symbolizes death, I think, for good reason. It's because they're evil. It's because they're out to get me. Me! What did I do? What did I do to them? I will never know. Such is their malevolence. They've defecated on me 3 times. Everyone, 3 times. Once on my shoulder and twice on my head, in my hair, on one of my jackets, my precious jackets. I look up in fear every time I hear movement in a tree now. I hate crows. They hate me. We have an understanding. And the most twisted part, the part that solidifies their spot as worst of the worst. Crows are intelligent, extremely so. They know what they're doing. So when a crow screws you over, it ain't just an animal being dumb. It's a calculated attack. I'm telling you, hand over my badge. They are villains. And that's it. That's all for this week's edition of Top 5. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and more importantly, I hope you all learned something about the world of birds and the monsters that live in it. Once again, I'm Evan Neto. Now, back to you, Julian.
Thanks, Evan. In honor of spooky season, we dug through the archives to find a good Halloween story. We are going to rerun a news package from one of our former students about the Fear Overload Haunted House. Take it away, Don.
The Fear Overload Screen Park, located at 2086 New Park Mall in Newark, combines 2 different walk-through haunted houses. The House of Phobia, Rise of Monsters, and Happy Days Asylum, into one frightening experience. And the best part is, participants get access to both haunted adventures for one low admission price. The Fear Overload Screen Park has been scaring people since 2009 and has built a reputation as the best haunted house in the Bay Area, both by its customers and its staff.
I've been with Fear Overload for 2 years. Last year I was an actor, and this year I was promoted to GM. I think that was based on my 30 years or 30 plus years of experience in the haunt industry, as well as I was a manager up in Reno, Nevada for a haunt for a couple of years. And so I started acting, and the bug caught me. I scared one person out of her shoes, and that was it. I was hooked.
Fear Overload's mission is different than most. The owners are all about breaking barriers and going where no haunt has gone before. Both rooms feature extraordinarily detailed set designs and cutting-edge animatronic models, creating a theater of terror, tailored to prey upon individual phobias and dare to explore the darkest recesses of the human mind. But the heart of what makes Fear Overload work so well is the professionally trained scare actors that roam the maze and pop out at the most unexpected times to scare patrons.
I've been a scare actor for about just this season. Just about this season, I'm fairly new. The reason I chose to do scare acting and I'm part of working for Fear Overload, it was just, why not? Why not try something like this? Not everyone gets to do it, and it's been a great experience, so no regrets.
I've been in scare acting since 1991, and I've been in security since 1988. So 33 years and about 30 years, respectively.
Though terror is the theme, the overriding goal of the event is fun.
I would love to promote fun. I want the clients to have the ultimate experience, to come in and experience fear like no other, where they smell it, they hear it, they see it, they feel it. And that's part of the fun.
This is Don Wright, reporting from Newark, California for KTCH Channel 27 Chabot College News.
Thanks, Don. We miss you and hope you're doing well. Have a safe and happy Halloween. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 on Comcast for more Chabot TV.